So in Israel, a woman wanted to surprise her mother by buying her a new mattress. Apparently her mother had this old mattress that was no good. So what she did is she bought a new mattress for her mom and threw away the old one.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right, makes sense. Except she didn't know her mother kept her life savings inside the mattress, up to $1 million in cash.
Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, that took a disastrous turn.
Disastrous. So she went to the garbage dump in, a panic, right? Looking for the mattress, and unfortunately, they haven't found the cash. They haven't found the mattress or the cash.
Yeah, she's been going to every garbage dump that they have. And what's funny is the police are protecting the garbage dumps now because they don't want treasure hunters to go in there, because she's announced to the whole country there's a mattress in a garbage dump somewhere with $1 million in it.
Right.
Okay, which is, by the way, I think fairly bad idea, right? So right now, I mean, the first thing I thought as I was reading this article was, how do I get to Israel and get in that garbage? Everybody's looking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, what kind of mistake was that? I think that it was her money. Yeah. It wasn't her mom's money. This is what makes it even crazier. In the beginning, I thought it was her mom's money, too, the way the article was written, right? And so then that's an understandable mistake. Then your mom goes, no, right? No, it was her own money. It clarified it, okay? And she'd forgotten that she put her whole life savings in the mattress. And she's like, and she threw it out. And then the next day she woke up in a panic. She's like, it's like out of a movie. You know how somebody would get up in bed? Like, oh no, I threw out the wrong mattress. And when she went out to the curb, it was already gone.
How do you do that? How do you forget that you have $1 million in a mattress? I don't buy that. It's impossible.
It sounds crazy, doesn't it?
Especially if it's your whole life savings. I mean, think about it. Every single time you make the money, you put it in the mattress. I would never be able to forget that money's in the mattress.
Are you kidding me? I'd be a nervous wreck that if somebody was going to bust into the house. A friend of mine told me this story about how there was this a set of Korean robbers, that would go around in New Jersey where we live and rob all the Korean houses. I said, well, that's weird. Why random Korean on Korean crime, right? And he said it's because they knew that the Koreans didn't quite trust the banks based on things that happened in the old days in Korea, and so they would put the money in their mattresses or wherever else. Ugh. Okay, now that's old school. It doesn't happen anymore. Don't break into Korean houses, okay? And so they knew to break into the houses, and they would get the money. And so she says, look, because of old school reasons, she had those same beliefs and didn't trust the banks. That's understandable. But you know what? I'll tell you. What's not understandable is forgetting that you had the $1 million thing. But I have to say, this breaks a record. I mean, you talk about forgetting your keys, forgetting your cell phone. No one will ever make a forgetting mistake as large as this woman has.
I know.
It's over, okay? So if someone gets on your ass for forgetting your keys somewhere or something, you're like, oh, you should hear about this story in Israel. Right. Okay, well, me forgetting the keys is nothing.
By the way, knowing that it was her money rather than her mother's money kind of makes me feel better. Because I had this picture of, like, this poor old woman who's been, like, saving money her entire life, and she's like, I love my mattress, I don't want to get rid of it, and I have all my money in it, and everything is nice, handy-dandy, right? And then, the daughter throws away her mattress. Like, that would be 10 million times worse in my eyes.
Really? I don't know, man. I feel so sick to my stomach for that poor lady who accidentally threw away all her money that it almost makes me feel worse for her.
But that's her bad. Like, I don't know.
Let me call more bullshit on this story. I'm sorry. This probably didn't even happen.
Wow, you guys are... Okay, yeah. Wait a minute! The Young Turks Studios is shaking! Okay, go ahead.
Two
go
reasons.
ahead. What's happening?
Another reason why she probably didn't forget was because if you're stacking all this money in a mattress, which how the fuck do you fit all this money in the mattress in the first place, and sleep on every day, that mattress probably feels like a pile of money. How do you not know there's money in this mattress? And if it fits, which I don't know what denominations you have this in, you are probably having to organize each dollar or whatever, each bill in such a way to fit it in here. There's no way you think about something that you have to meticulously put in like that. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know what?
I agree.
Now I'm reading this story for the third time as JR was talking, and they say this in the story. She says it was all my money in the world, and then the Associated Press says there was no way to verify her claims, and she refused to disclose key details.
Oh.
You know what this is? It's one of those things people say, oh, we feel so sorry for her. She lost her money. They haven't found the mattress, by the way, and it's dumps. I don't know how many dumps they have. But they haven't found these mattresses. And soon people are going to start saying, we feel so sorry for her. Here, let's start a fund. Give you $1,000 here.
Oh, what a
1,000
bitch.
here.
Okay, just calm down. We don't know that.
She's in it to make money, dude.
All right. Well, look, I was going to, JR answered my next question, why fake it? But you know what? It's a clever little ploy. In fact, I can't believe it. I just remembered. I left all the Young Turks' money in a pillow I threw away the other day.
All the Young Turks' money would probably fit in, like, I don't know.
I said a pillow.
Sock.
Right? A pillow's probably too much. Send in contributions through theyoungturks.com, because we haven't been able to find it in the dumps around here. And, become members and get everybody to sign up.